All right. I'm good. I'm good. I'm set. I'm set. It's all. It's all. It's all good. I had such a fun time coming up with a thumbnail for like last week's episode. I had a lot of fun with
Mm-hmm.
that. That was fun. I had fun with that. That was like probably one of my. That was probably one of the ones I actually like
Mm-hmm.
really thought I did well on. I'm like, oh, this looks great. This is perfect. Get to put the extra effort in to really shit on limited run for a change, which is always I put extra effort in when it comes to being spiteful. What can I say? I'm just built. I'm just built that way. I don't know. I'm just built. I'm built
Yeah,
different.
your effort is not limited.
No, no. This screw up is limited edition. Although in hindsight that might not have been the right title because their screw ups have not been limited. They have not been limited when it comes to screwing things up. So maybe I might be giving them too much credit. I think I'm giving them a little too much credit.
It's more like a special edition.
Now, I know I listed this as a story, but since I've been playing it, I kind of want to talk about it first.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna
All
kind of
right.
combine the two things into one. So what I've been doing and what this story was. So Monster Hunter
All right.
Wilds came out on Friday,
Mm-hmm.
and it's good.
Yeah.
Like okay,
Mm-hmm.
so full context. I played the beta, right? I played one of the
Uh-huh.
betas for it. I already played well in the beta, so I was already like set, right? So I was like, oh, shit's gonna be dope. And after I played the beta, I didn't really follow anything about the game
Mm-hmm.
after that because I was like, I'm already gonna get it. Like the beta was
Mm-hmm.
already fantastic. Well, the game officially dropped, and so there was a second beta after the one I played in that I didn't participate in because I was just busy.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
there was the game finally came out, and I started playing it. Now I'm playing it on PS5, and it runs just fine, just like it did for the beta. Like it runs
Mm-hmm.
just as well, so I wasn't really that concerned.
Yeah.
But the PC launch, well, mm,
Has some problems.
it's not looking great. Now I've heard. Now I kind of figured there might be something up because I saw people's benchmark
Mm-hmm.
benchmarks for this game who had like
Mm-hmm.
fairly decent rigs. They weren't doing very well with the benchmark. Like the
Mm-hmm.
benchmark they dropped, they were already struggling to do the benchmark and get a good score. So by at
Mm-hmm.
that point, I'm like, if the benchmark
Yeah.
is proving to be a little bit of a problem for people, this might be a bit of a problem. And it looks like the game's still great, but it looks like it's a lot of people are having problems. The one thing I've heard the most is the stuttering.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one I've heard from most people is like the game stutters a lot. And like the frame rate
Mm-hmm.
being a problem. It looks like the big thing people see is the stuttering. But that seems to be a
All
pretty
right.
big problem with a lot of these games that come from like console to PC or like
Mm-hmm.
crossover between the two.
Yes. Specifically, probably Japanese PC ports.
Yeah, how did you know? How did you guess? How did you?
It's almost as if we had a just had another big game release, and it also had some issues at first.
Yeah, Rebirth. I have a buddy of
Mm-hmm.
mine's playing Rebirth right now, and he's like, it looks amazing, but he's like, God, these stutters are fucking insanity inducing. I think he said he fixed it. He had to do something really weird to fix it, like change a driver or something weird to
It
fix it. He
Yeah, might have been the thing with the direct storage DLL that had to be updated,
yeah.
possibly.
But I was
But
under
yeah.
the impression that like direct storage,
Mhm.
I thought that was supposed to make games better, or is that like
Yes, exactly. And with Rebirth, it was an old version that was shipped with it.
oh, okay.
And
Hmm.
after they updated that, or after when you as a user update that, replace it, or after the official patch, that's, from what I heard, improved performance significantly.
Hmm. Okay. Because I was under
Yeah.
the impression like cause I had heard about direct storage a lot,
Mm-hmm.
so I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that should be a cool technology. That should make things better. And then that comes out, and people are like, oh, it's messing everything
Yeah.
up. I'm like, wait, what?
Now, as long as it works and it's the current version, it works and does improve things.
That's that's technology, right? As long as it works, it's fantastic. When it doesn't work, well, mm,
Yeah.
not not so much.
Hmm.
Not so great.
Yeah.
Not so. Now what I'd
Hmm.
expect. So I have a article from PC Gamer that I pulled from
Hmm.
because I
Yeah.
wasn't gonna pull from fucking Polygon if I don't have to.
Hmm.
Sorry, I'd rather not. Uh,
Hmm.
so there were a couple things I've noticed. One he notes one reviewer claimed they're supporting a beefy rig with a 3080 Super and a decent CPU, yet wasn't able to
Hmm.
run the game at an acceptable frame rate. Okay, I don't know what acceptable is for this person. That
Yeah.
acceptable. That I know people
That's
who won't
subjective,
settle.
but.
I know people who won't settle for less than 100 FPS. You know what I mean? They're
Hmm.
like, oh, I should be getting no less than 160. No, so I don't know what acceptable is for you.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely
very different.
yeah, absolutely atrocious performance for how the game looks. Runs even worse
Hmm.
than the beta. Adding they'd gone from 60 to 70 FPS on high settings down to 50 FPS on medium with noticeable dips.
Hmm.
Yikes! That's a little rough. This game does not look good enough. This game does not look nearly good enough to warrant its performance. It continued everything is covered in a grimy texture with assets that look like they came straight from a PS3 game. Ah, mm, okay. Well, shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to. That's certainly a take. If I can run Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 and Cyberpunk on maxed out settings comfortably, then there's no reason this game should be running like this. Embarrassing.
Yeah, I
Okay,
mean, that's valid, I'd
that's
say.
a fair point. Can't argue with you on that one. The performance
Hmm.
graphics ratio is the prevailing criticism. With yet another negative review, this game has record-shattering performance issues. It runs awful. It looks awful for no reason. It freezes for no reason. It somehow won't even launch on Windows, telling me an RTX 4070 is unsupported.
Huh.
The open beta at least managed to boot.
Huh. That's interesting.
Fucking yikes! That is
Hmm.
definitely a PC launch, sir. That is definitely a PC launch, if I could say
Hmm.
so myself. That is definitely a PC game.
Yeah.
I
But overall, the player count certainly is still quite high.
really, what's it sitting? Is that are
Currently
you?
at about 750,000.
Oh, okay.
And the all-time peak so far almost reached 1.4 million. At 1.38.
Oh, damn.
Hmm.
And that
Which
was
puts it at the fifth spot on Steam overall.
oh wow. So it went up since the screenshot you posted, because the screenshot
Yes,
you
it
posted it
did.
had it at seventh, and you're telling me it's at
Yeah,
fifth. So it went
it went
it
up.
went up.
Hmm.
Damn. Okay. Okay. Well, shit.
Hmm.
Damn. Man, you know what, man? When a video game hits, my dude, it fucking hits. That's the thing, man.
Yep,
When a video game hits, it fucking hits. And the thing is, I
absolutely
don't know,
does.
maybe my opinion on graphics is not the one to go with. Because I thought the
Hmm.
game already looked great. So I was already like satisfied, but I guess maybe my
Uh-huh.
bar is uh you know, what I
I
expect
mean,
from visuals.
on its regular look, when you don't have any problems, it definitely looks really nice from what I've seen out of the trailers and such. So
Yeah,
yeah, that's
so yeah, I guess
perfectly
I
fine.
guess it's just a matter of when the game works. That's.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good. I mean, it's fucking Monster Hunter. I don't know what the fuck else to tell you. I wish I had. I wish I could say more. And then it's just good. They
From
added
what
the
all
ability.
I've heard, a more accessible version of Monster Hunter
Yeah. So one of
with
the things
also well done accessibility options.
they also added the ability to now have two weapons. So you have like your main
Mm-hmm.
weapon, and you have like a secondary weapon that you can like switch to.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's neat.
you get to have sort of like that option of how you want to like Like, okay, I come into the fight with my main weapon. Oh crap, I'm
Mm-hmm.
not really. This isn't really working out for me. I'll switch over to this one. Oh hey, now look, this is working
Mm-hmm.
out for me. So I main switch axe. That's like my
Mm-hmm.
main weapon, and I decided I was going to also use dual blades. Which,
Mm-hmm.
if you want to know, if you want to know what the playstyle of dual blades is, imagine being a walking Beyblade. That is dual blades.
All right.
You are a
Win
walking
to win.
yeah, you are a walking Beyblade. All that's all you
Mm-hmm.
are. If you've ever heard of the
Mm-hmm.
insect glaive, I describe it as a hopped up 7-year-old hopped up on pixie sticks with a pogo stick. That's all that shit is,
Uh-huh.
dude. That's all that is.
Mm-hmm.
That is hyperactive child mode, if nothing else. Watch some. Like, here's a crazy thing about like Insect Glaive. Even good players who are like technical
Mm-hmm.
about it, they still look like a hyperactive child bouncing off the goddamn walls. Like, this is not just like, oh, unskilled players act like a bunch of hyperactive children. No, anybody who
Mm-hmm.
uses this weapon looks nut. It looks fucking nutso. Every time I fucking see that, every time I see someone use that weapon, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna see some shit, aren't I? You're gonna do some wacky ass shit, like bouncing off a goddamn wall or some nonsense and hit and fucking knock the monster out, aren't you? This is gonna be fucking wacky. But no, it's great. I was excited. I got to play. I played a decent amount of it so far, between like
Yeah.
everything else
Cool.
I have to do. But I got plenty more
Mm-hmm.
hours to put into it, along with a few other games I wanna
Yeah, nice.
eventually get to, because I have Suikoden coming out in like a week or so.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. I'm not gonna let that one pass me by, because I've been waiting for that one for the last like 10 years of my fucking life. So, uh, other
Just a
than
few days.
that,
So just a few days.
yeah, just a handful, of days. Not nothing worth talking about. I mean, it's
Nothing
not like,
major.
yeah, it's not like I don't have a game I've waited for to come back out since like the fucking 90s. Looking at you, fucking Lunar. Fucking April, man. I'm fucking excited for that one. Holy shit. Since waiting for that shit for like a decade. Waiting for decades. All right,
Mhm.
CD. Uh, I assume you've now completed Graces, right? Like, I
Oh
assume
no,
it's.
I've actually switched over to another game because I've been doing some other stuff this week, so I just interspersed it with playing a roguelike that I got recently. It's called Path of Acra. It describes itself as a broken build sandbox,
Okay. Broken build sandbox. Go on.
which because you have all kinds of things that are available. At first, you have a few things to choose from, and it also just allows you to randomize what you start with. It's you select between culture, class, and religion. Each of those gets one pick, and that determines your some of your stats, your starting equipment, and your additional prayers that you have in the run. And then you just go into the dungeon and level up, beat monsters, find items, and there's also a quite a big selection of skills that you can choose from. And I generally usually also just say random because I just want to see where it goes. And it can lead to some funny combinations because depending on your build, you can be either melee focused, ranged focused, magic focused, and your skills can either work with that or not.
Right.
But when they work together, they can do some quite some damage. Because there's stuff like the some of the skills do things like they deal damage to you and that can have additional effects with other skills or other weapons or equipment because they can have the effect on it that when you receive X damage, then you do Y. So, for
Oh.
example, you deal damage to adjacent enemies when you get damaged, or you summon something, or you heal yourself, stuff like that. And then other things can have things like if you deal X type of damage, then you additionally deal some other kind of damage. And depending on what you have, that can have interesting effects.
Nice.
Yeah. And even if you don't need or want the weapons or equipment that you find, you can sacrifice them and thereby make the item in that particular slot stronger. So, example, if you find 5 weapons that you don't need, you sacrifice them, and your own weapon gets stronger because it gets some of the stats, like 10% or 20% of the stats. So it gets more accurate, it deals more damage, and you get some more HP as well from that. So that's nice.
Hmm. Nice.
And yeah, and it's pretty comfortable to play because if you choose, you can just say, okay, auto. You just push tab and let the game do its thing. So it's just a casual playthrough in that regard,
Oh,
but
okay.
it's fun to watch. Mm-hmm.
Fun to watch the mayhem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, oh, sorry. You go. You
Mm-hmm.
go. I'll talk about when
No.
you're done. Well, so I
Yeah.
tried out
I think I'm
Phantom
pretty
Brave.
much done there. Ah. Okay.
I tried out Phantom Brave, the new one, because they
Mm-hmm.
had a demo for Switch, so I wanted to give that a shot. And I dig
Ah.
it.
Okay.
Like I don't know what I was expecting. I had never played the original Phantom Brave, right?
Ah. You
That
didn't. Okay.
no, I
Mm-hmm.
didn't. That was a
Mm-hmm.
thing that had already. I didn't find out about NIS until I started like the Disgaea franchise. But by the time I got to
Mm-hmm.
Disgaea, like Disgaea 3 had already came out, and I was just starting 1 and 2 at the time. So
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't really like found out much about them at that point. So I tried this one
Yeah,
out.
true. I think the first one is only on PC besides the old console, possibly. I'm not sure if it got any re-releases on newer consoles.
I think it did. I think there was like a.
Okay.
I just never got around to it, and this one had a one
Ah,
for me to try, so I tried the new one, and I dig it.
okay.
It's a cool concept. I don't know what I was
Mm-hmm.
expecting. NIS always has some goofy ass like mechanical concepts that they come up with for these fucking video games. Like it never
Yeah, they
fails,
did. It
man.
did have a Switch version, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It never fails. There's always some goofy nonsense with these games. So I booted it up, I started
Mm-hmm.
playing it, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so used to like turn based games, like actual like turn
Mm-hmm.
based games for like Disgaea and stuff. So to have one
Mm-hmm.
where I'm not
I
just
mean,
like selecting
it
squares
is
and
turn-based.
yeah, yeah, it is.
It's just free motion. It's
Yeah,
not
it's free mode.
grid-based.
Yeah, it's not. I'm so used to like the grid based
Mm-hmm.
method of like
I think
games.
Makai Kingdom is similar with that, from what I remember.
So I spent like the last the last few 2 hours or so
Ah,
last
cool.
night playing it. So
Mm-hmm.
I was pretty happy with that. I might actually get that because that was
Mm-hmm.
actually a lot of fun. I had a lot of
Cool.
fun with the way the game played. I was like, oh. And
Mm-hmm.
then like the writing came around, like I started the dialogue came around. I'm like, oh, haha,
Mm-hmm.
this is definitely an NIS game. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
why I keep forgetting about their fucking writing until I have to fucking play their games. And then it turns out I had the same problem with fucking Mana Kamea because I
Mm-hmm.
was like, I'm like, oh, this is just an alchemy game, and I don't usually associate because those games are usually like Koei Tecmo or like Gust or something, right? I
Mm-hmm.
don't associate them with like NIS's goofy
Mm-hmm.
ass style of writing
Yeah.
until Captain Gordon voice pops up in the fucking game during a cutscene, and I'm like, oh,
Hmm.
yeah,
All right.
That's that's Captain Gordon,
Mm-hmm.
who thinks he's a superhero. And it's played straight. Like it's not like it's not
Naturally.
a joke. It's played straight. So I'm like, okay, I understand the assignment. Wasn't aware this was I was signing up for, but fair enough. So, that's cool. I guess I'll take it. But yeah, that was great.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably gonna try that one out too. There's too many games. I don't have time for all this shit, dude. I'm 36. I don't have time for all this bullshit. This is ridiculous. Fuck that. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we've talked about it before,
Mm-hmm.
and I get to have the unfortunate to say, Warner Brothers cancels the Wonder Woman game.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm not surprised. I don't know. Like, I'm not.
Mm.
I'm honestly surprised they didn't close this
Yeah.
bitch down sooner. Honestly, if I'm 100% honest, like they
Yeah.
hadn't. This game has been stuck in like limbo for like.
I mean, I think we've only heard that they were developing it a few years ago, so it hasn't been that long.
Well, we don't know how
But
long they were working on it before then.
exactly that. We don't know. That's the problem.
Mm.
But also just recently we heard that they rebooted development of it, and they at that point spent 100 million, which yeah, that's quite a bit of money.
Yeah, and Monolith hadn't really made anything
Yeah.
recently. Like they haven't.
Nah, the last one was 2017 or something, I think,
Oh
with
wow.
Shadow of War.
Yeah, I was about to say that was it, wasn't it? That was just
Mhm.
Shadow of War. That's the last thing they actually did. Ah, damn.
Yep. At least in terms of things that they themselves developed and pushed out. They might have been in the meantime helping other teams, but we don't have any info on that, I think. So yeah, potentially they might have been working on Wonder Woman for quite some time.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That's so
Although,
unfortunate.
yeah, although with 100 million, I'm not sure because that doesn't seem that higher budget. At least depending on the size of the team, and
Oh well.
they're not that big in comparison. If they haven't increased the team size significantly since the last available data, they're significantly smaller than Rocksteady, for example.
Honestly, I wouldn't be I also wouldn't be surprised if this also got canned partly in part because of the Suicide Squad, like the Suicide
Yeah,
Squad debacle.
probably.
Because that probably didn't help
Hmm.
their confidence with anything DC related. Honestly, if you want my honest
Yeah.
opinion, that probably wouldn't have helped their
Hmm.
confidence all that much.
Yeah, that plus the news about the reboot thing or rebooting the development there. Yeah, that didn't help either.
I don't honestly. I mean, I don't know, man. I just kind of feel like because I have a really bad feeling that this game was like. I honestly believe this game was going to end up to be another Suicide Squad. I would not be surprised if they were pushing this game to be a live service after that reboot.
Yeah.
Like here's my theory. Either A, it was lining up to
Mm-hmm.
be a live service and they rebooted it to try to not make it a live service after Suicide Squad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
B, it was a single player game and they rebooted it to make it a live service.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Yeah.
now
The
the
problem is when you have one character, that doesn't quite work as well.
I
It's a
mean,
one character focused game.
um,
Because it's not Justice League Wonder Woman, it's Wonder Woman. The
uh,
only character of the Justice League that didn't survive Suicide Squad.
uh,
Also great.
wait a minute. I thought everybody survived just
No,
suicides.
Wonder Woman didn't. She was the
So,
only one officially dead.
oh,
The others were clones that died, yeah, but not Wonder Woman. She's gone.
I'm sorry. I'm getting fucking PTSD flashbacks from finding out about this shit, dude. We live it, dude. Look, we are living in a cursed fucking timeline, and I don't want in this bitch anymore. This shit is terrible. Why would you bro? Oh god, I'm remembering Suicide Squad. Oh Jesus, Kill the Justice League. Fuck. Oh my god. Oh, it's coming back to me, and it's giving me PTSD flashbacks. Oh god. Oh, why?
Siri, play Fortunate Son.
Who did this? Why? This is so bad. Like
Brothers.
I had done so well of blocking this shit out of my head because I already knew it was stupid. And now I have to remember that they couldn't even commit to their shitty idea all the way, which is like even more embarrassing. It's one thing if you have a bad idea and try to change. It's one thing if you have a bad idea and you change, like, bro, you were like 15 steps in. All you had to do was just commit to your shitty idea and at least creatively not go bankrupt.
Want to be the bitch, be the whole bitch.
Yeah, like if you want to be a dumbass, go full dumbass. Fuck it. You already look stupid. Like, look, bro, nobody goes that far into being an idiot, gets right up to the edge, and then it's like, shit. I think that's stupid. Bro, yes. Bro, yes, you are. You are that stupid. Stop. Oh, God, now I have to remember that shit. That's so upsetting. You know what? You know what makes this, like, worse? It got brought up in a video I was watching that, like, WB or that studio, was it Monolith or WD? One of the two owns the Nemesis systems until the Nemesis system.
Yeah, it was Monolith that the Nemesis system was patented to, but essentially Warner Brothers owns it still, kind of, because they owned Monolith.
Great. I love it. I love the fact that you could just patent a design, a gameplay mechanic, and never.
Yeah, you know, like throwing the ball and catching creatures.
Fuck you, Nintendo. fuck you, Nintendo. Fuck you. That is ridiculous. I still stand by that. Look, Nintendo, the Pokeball is yours. Fine. You own the Pokeball. I don't think you should be allowed to own the concept that goes with, like, that whole thing. No, bro. Like, the Pokeball, fine. No one can throw a Pokeball but you. The rest of that, no, that's stupid. Don't fucking do that. It's the same thing with that fucking patent thing they're doing, where they're trying to, like, they're suing a Pocket Pair. But, like, people looked into it, and all the things that they're going after them for, Pocket Pair, like, Pocket Pair had done the thing, had, like, created the patent for it before them, before they had did theirs, in every single one of those instances. It's a weird case. Like, I looked into it. Like, this isn't a case of, like, oh, Nintendo did it first and Pocket Pair copied them. If anything else, it's closer to Pocket Pair patented it first, and then Nintendo patented their own, and now they're suing them, claiming that they're too alike.
How about patent them? How will do patents there? I'm not sure about that.
Let me double check. I'm pretty sure. Because they're going.
But in any case, it's stupid because you do the patent. How many years after you originally did the thing? Yes, specifically, you did it because the new game was still new at the time, and it's slightly different, but still, that's just stupid.
I would think that you would create the patent for the thing before the thing goes public, right? Like,
yeah, one would think.
Isn't that
one would think?
Yeah, like that. Like I maybe I'm silly. I just feel like I would want to have my thing locked down before I release the thing to the public. I'm not I'm not a businessman. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. I'm just saying
Mm,
that to me
I
that
mean,
this makes logical sense.
most do that because you often see stuff like patents for new things from Sony or whatever, and people speculate on how that's gonna affect the next generation of consoles and stuff like that, or if there's some new VR thing that they're gonna do, things like that. So yeah, usually it's done before.
I would
But
imagine.
apparently not with Nintendo.
Why? 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 Like, be different, my dude. But like
Yeah,
that, like not that
yeah.
different. Like, I get being built different, but sometimes I think Nintendo's
hmm
built incorrectly.
In some parts, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like when you get like
Although
flat
in
pack
although in
furniture.
this case, I'm not sure how much part of it is really Nintendo or which part is really the Pokemon Company.
Mm.
Because Nintendo is there with them, but this is probably also the Pokemon Company pushing things.
Uh, fair enough. All right.
At least it wouldn't
Uh,
surprise me.
the last thing I have for this week, because I will
Mhm.
admit I didn't have a lot going on this week overall.
Yeah.
But this is one I hadn't been paying too much attention to because I don't go after a lot of these type of things in video games.
Mm-hmm.
So a little bit of background: Space Marine 2, which is an amazing video game. Fucking play it. It's
Mm-hmm.
fantastic. Please play it. I don't care if you're a Warhammer fan or not. Fucking play this game. It is amazing. Anyways, now that I've gotten that out the way, they had. I guess what they had done is they had items locked behind
They had community events, and
yeah.
there were some items that you could unlock during those events and only during those events. That's the way it seemed. So the people didn't like that. They didn't like the FOMO aspect of it.
Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
uh, I want to put like my perspective, right?
Mm-hmm.
As an MMO guy, uh,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not inherently bothered by the concept of like a limited time thing.
Mm-hmm.
Not inherently. I've been playing 14 now for like almost 5 or 7 years at this point. They have events
Mm-hmm.
every season for like a couple of weeks where they'll have like special items. They'll have crossover events that go on for only so long so you can get special items. I've talked about the regalia from Final Fantasy 15 being a limited
Mm-hmm.
time mount in the
Mm-hmm.
game. I don't inherently I don't initially care all that much about a
Mm-hmm.
FOMO event. Um
But
I
it's
mean,
apparent absolutely valid to
yeah,
to not like it.
yeah,
Absolutely
I
valid.
can understand why that would be like
Especially if
annoying.
it's a single play, especially if what you're talking about is a regular single player game.
Yeah, like I can definitely
Or
understand where
rather,
that.
well, it's not necessarily just single player; it's also multiplayer. But I
Yeah,
think, but
yeah, yes,
it's not a MMO type thing. It's not a live service game. It's not games as a service. It's nothing like that. It's just your regular, what is it, $40 or something like that game you buy and play and
yeah.
get
It's
updates.
yeah, it's fantastic.
FOMO doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. And honestly, if I had to be really honest, I actually would want to know how long the time frame
hmm
was, because if it was like a month or so, I might. I don't think this would. Depending on how long the time frame was for the FOMO stuff, I might be more inclined to agree. If it was like a week, like, oh, we're having a community event for 1 week to get these special items, then yeah, fuck you. That's ridiculous. Don't do that. Like, don't do that. Don't do
Let's
that.
see
Even
here.
even
It's event starts on the 21st of February and ends on March 3rd. So that's not, yeah, that's about a week and a
yeah,
half or
yeah,
something
no,
like
fuck
that.
you. Yeah, no, fuck you. I'm against it. No,
Not
fuck
great.
you. No, fuck you entirely. I'm against it.
Even with more time, it's not great.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. Maybe I feel like if they were like, oh, it's a month and a half, like
Mm.
I'd be a little bit less inclined to be upset about it. But like a fucking week, fuck you, that's ridiculous. Like
Hmm.
people work, dog. People work like a week,
Yeah, that
bro.
too.
I could be busy that week. I could be out of town
Yeah.
for I could be in the hospital for a fucking week. I've done it before.
Hmm.
like, like,
Yeah, you're a good example on
yeah,
that.
like a week. I could buy into like, oh, a week. Oh, that's fucking stupid. I can't get no matter
Yep.
what I do. Longer,
Hmm.
like a month and a half, I could probably find time to like jump on and get that done. But like a week, yeah, no, fuck that
Yeah.
FOMO shit. Get that
Sure,
shit out of here.
but on the principle, it's still not great.
Yeah, it's
Even
not
if you have
great.
more time, it's in a game like this, especially since this game has been so far really good on not doing anything like this.
Yeah. Hey,
So
at the very least, they're giving people the stuff. They're not like
yeah.
they're giving people the stuff now, as opposed to like being
Hmm.
like, oh, it's on the DLC shop for $5. It's on the
Yeah.
you know, which they
Hmm.
could have just done. They could have been like, "Oh, we're selling it for like $2.50. You can get it if you really
Hmm.
want it." No, they're just like, "No,
Yeah.
just take it. Fuck it. Just have it. It's whatever.
Yeah.
Play, get the
It
stuff."
seems more like, yeah, it seems more like this was potentially more a case of miscommunication because, yeah, they, for one, they did the community event and then maybe they should have said at that point, yeah, these items will also be available later on. Maybe they should have mentioned that right away and they didn't, I guess.
Yeah,
Because, yeah.
I think if they, I think there probably would have been a little less pushback or a little less
But
like,
there wouldn't have been that pushback if they really would have said right away, okay, after the event is done, after some time in the next update at coming out whenever, those
we
items will be
those
available
yeah
again. You can
you'll be
unlock
able to
them then again.
yeah
No problem.
we'll have other opportunities for you to get these items at some point
Yeah,
in the future.
yeah,
You know
with
that
no time limit. So
yeah.
that would eliminate the FOMO aspect completely. That, yeah, that then it would be just a pretty much a bonus for people that would take place in the community event that they get that earlier,
Yeah.
which would be fine.
And I'm not even like against the like that's the thing. I don't
Hmm.
want people to get the idea I'm against like community events for these kind of games. Like I think those are kind of great to
Absolutely not.
have those kind of events. I just don't.
That's perfectly fine.
I
Yeah,
think in the best case scenario you might not want to have items attached to it because you know
exactly. Especially not exclusively.
yeah, don't do that. Don't
Hmm.
maybe provide extra XP or
Yeah.
something for people who compete for
Yeah,
those things or
exactly.
something or
Make some things more easily unlockable during the event, for example. Stuff like that
yeah.
would be fine, I'd say. Make them more easily unlockable, like you don't need as much to do, or you get more XP, as you say, for stuff, or yeah, you need less steps, or it's an additional way to unlock it, like during an event, you have a mission and then an item that was previously just in another mission available, you get it there too. Yeah, stuff like that, I think, would be perfectly fine.
So yeah, like honestly, I'm man. Space Marine 2 is so good. They didn't have to do that. They didn't have to do that. I'm happy they
Yeah,
fixed. I'm
but
happy they at least acknowledged. They're like, okay, yeah, we
exactly.
fucked up. That was a bad idea.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
we we thought it
They
would
did
be cool. Turns out it wasn't.
and they, as with past things, they reacted pretty quickly on this. So that's perfect, just like you should do it.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, they overall, Space Marines 2 continues to win.
It continues to win by just being a simple video game. Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
And reacting sensibly to community feedback.
Who would have thought just being a simple ass video game is what people want? I can't imagine. I
Who
can't
would have
imagine.
thunk it?
Who would have imagined? I can't possibly have fathomed a universe where that would be a thing.
Inconceivable.
Uh, you know what's really inconceivable? The idea that
Mm.
the idea that devs are gonna stop trying to milk the live service thing. That's the inconceivable
Yeah.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not gonna stop. They're never gonna stop. But
Eh.
I mean,
Let's see how long Warner Brothers games is gonna be around even.
let's see how long Ubisoft is gonna be around.
Yeah, them too.
I don't know if you heard about this, but uh, like
They're
okay,
having some few
games
problems.
games always leak before launch. Like this always happens. Like
Mm-hmm.
inevitably, it's going to leak. But apparently, like entire physical copies were being sold online.
Yeah, I mean,
People were
sometimes the street date gets broken by a few days or something because they're already at a shop and they get sold. That happens a few times, but a month? That's a bit more.
the running theory is that like these like someone that got these out of like a warehouse or like
Mm-hmm.
where they were being
Okay.
stashed until launch.
Ugh. Oh, that's a bit worse. But
Yeah, that's way
yeah, but
worse.
understandable considering that the game has now been delayed twice, I think, and
Yeah,
yeah, obviously the copies would be made and lying around somewhere. Yeah.
yeah. So like these like the game was gonna come out,
Hmm.
they delayed it, so the games just sat in storage until they were done, and
Yeah.
so which means that there's gonna like every game there's
Hmm.
gonna be a giant update when you put the game in your console. It's gonna have to update, which
Yeah.
you
Honestly,
know.
I'm wondering if they made a different version for each release and if you're gonna find copies, for example, for the original release date lying around somewhere, and that's gonna need a much bigger patch than the one that's supposedly would be releasing in February, and now the one that's releasing in March. So you'd have essentially three different versions if they made
Oh.
one some for each.
Oh, because like I honestly was from what I've been reading about Ubisoft. I mean, they're struggling.
Hmm.
These motherfuckers they're
Yeah.
having a rough fucking
Mhm.
time. Like,
Yeah, a little bit. Just a little bit.
and you know what? I don't want to be that guy, but I'm gonna say it.
Hmm.
This is karma for not giving me a
Hmm.
Beyond Good and Evil 2 in a timely fucking fashion. That's what this is. This is the fucking universe showing them what's what. They didn't give me Beyond Good and Evil. They can go out of business. Fuck them.
What we've After what we've seen from what they planned for Beyond Good and Evil 2, I'm not sure if you'd really want that.
No,
Probably
I
better
don't
if you did.
I don't want that one. I want the one they teased like all the way back in like 2008 with the
Hmm.
with the trailer. They had a CGI trailer for it of like
Hmm.
Jade and her uncle stranded out on the
Hmm.
side of the road. I want whatever game that was teasing towards. I don't want this bullshit. Oh, I don't know what they were. I want that. Bring that one back. I want that
Hmm.
game. Thank you.
Hmm.
Yeah, fucking. I look. I know they won't. I know they won't say it. I 100% believe they just think that we forgot about it and they just cancel the shit. They just cancel the shit quietly.
I mean, they probably did because also the original creator of Beyond Good and Evil has been gone from them for quite some time now.
Oh no, I mean like the current thing that they were working on for Beyond Good and Evil. That one,
Yeah,
the one that.
I mean, yeah,
Oh
the
he's gone.
original
Oh
creator
shit.
was the original creator for Beyond Good and Evil was back for that, and he's been gone from Ubisoft for some time now. So yeah, because
Also,
that was Ubisoft Montpellier and Michel Ancel was there, but he's been gone from there since he left the project in 2020 already.
oh yeah, that's canceled. It's canceled.
Hmm. Oh, absolutely.
It's dead. It's dead in the water. It's not. Yeah, it's not coming back. It's gone.
Hmm.
It's
Yeah.
absolutely dead.
Mm.
That's no longer a
Oh
thing.
yeah, and the create yeah, and this might be even more cursed because in 2023 the creative director died,
Oh,
and he was only 40.
Only
Mhm.
40? Fuck.
Yep.
Damn. God. Damn. What the fuck?
So maybe that's cursed.
You know what? There's a lot of games people call cursed. Yeah, I'm agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
That might actually be that's a very reasonable idea to believe that might actually be cursed. Yeah, you know what? In second thought, don't do it. Just let it die. I don't want it. I don't want it.
Just
Yeah, put it to the side. That's it, homeboy. We
just
packing it
leave
in.
everything beyond good and evil
Yeah, it's
away.
yeah, just
Just have that Beyond Good and Evil, the original, have that one out as in a working fashion, and that's enough.
yeah, leave it alone, pack it in, call it a day. It's
Uh-huh.
over. We're not doing this no more. That is it. We are done. Well, CD, I think that's it. I think that's all for this episode. I think I've had a good time. Honestly.
Yeah.
You know what? It's kind of great for a change for the industry to be not destroying itself, mostly. You know, it's mostly not destroying itself for a change. Love it. I love it when video games are good. You know, that's what I'm here for. I like good fucking video games. I also like angry pirate ladies on a quest for vengeance.
Mm-hmm.
She is very angry. She is not having a good. There was a Reddit thread that popped up on my phone that was like that was like they were like I never thought he's like I never thought I would be this compelled to like a bunch of evil people. he's like at the best of times they're not good. They're not good people. He's like they're not. He's like these are not good people, but he's like I can't help but like them all. So definitely looking forward to grinding my way through that. I actually how long to beat? Let me just I want to see how long to beat. Berseria.
Beyond the usual. 44, your regular main story.
All right, so I'm gonna probably say closer to 60 for me, because I usually do like main plus sides. I'm always
main
doing
plus sides is 70.
Yeah,
Main
about
plus
70.
extras is 70.
Yeah, so completion.
Yeah, you're probably not gonna go with completionist.
Yeah, no, bro. Listen. The only game I've done a completionist bullshit for is Persona 5 Royal, which yeah, we're not. That's 150 hours for that shit. I am proud of myself for not giving that shit up. And like a couple of smaller games. I'm not doing that shit again. Yeah, it's probably gonna be closer to 60. I'm not putting my entire life into another fucking video game again. Mana Command was only supposed to be like 40. I walked away with like 60. I keep doing this to myself. I don't understand how I keep doing this to myself. Anyways, everybody, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. And as always, you can find this podcast on a variety of platforms such as Google, Apple, and Spotify, and on my YouTube channel on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. I am good for the week. I have like 3 or 4 doctor's appointments this week.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a bit. Your boy's gonna be busy. He's gonna have a busy week. So keep on playing them video games, ladies and gentlemen, and we will see you all next time.
See ya.
Done. I'm going to go clean up and then play. I don't know what I want to play. Actually, I don't. I actually don't know what I. Fuck.